In the Middle Ages, a mace was a heavy club used to crush the armor of opponents. It evolved into a symbol of authority. Paducah Community College's mace was created by Charles Dick Balcom, who donated his talents especially for this occasion. The Greek symbols for wisdom, benevolence, and courage are used to reflect the high academic standards of the college. The mace bearer is the senior faculty member. Traditional academic dress derives from the gowns, caps, and hoods worn by medieval scholars. Regular use of the academic gown and hood to indicate fellows of the college dates to the University of Cambridge in the 13th century. Today, academic dress indicates the institution from which the wearer received an academic degree and the discipline and level of the degree. While some of the oldest institutions still distinguish between the ceremonial gown in the university colors and the black gown for less formal occasions, most present-day universities use only the black gown. Bell-shaped sleeves with velvet stripes indicate a doctoral degree. Gowns for the recipients of master's degree have a different sleeve design and no trim. While some European institutions have soft hats, most institutions in this country use a tasseled mortarboard. The hood displays the colors of the institution conferring the degree in the silk lining, while the colors of the border indicate the discipline of the degree. Some of the colors are agriculture, maize, arts and letters, white, business, drab, economics, copper, education, light blue, engineering, orange, fine arts, brown, home economics, maroon, journalism, crimson, law, purple, library science, lemon, music, pink, nursing, apricot, philosophy, dark blue, physical education, sage green, science, golden yellow, social work, citron, and speech and theater, silver.
The Reverend Tim Taylor will now offer the invocation.
Dominus vobiscum, the Lord be with you. Let us pray. God of truth and author of all knowledge, we give you thanks for this glad day. You have endowed your servant Leonard with many gifts, energy and dedication, the gifts of vision and encouragement, of humility and contagious enthusiasm, and you have called him to a good work in this place. Give him your grace to fulfill his vocation. Sustain him in well-doing. Make those who serve with him catalysts for excellence. Bless all who labor here to create a good environment for learning, those who clean the buildings and those who fund them, those who teach and those who learn. May they rejoice to think your thoughts after you, the truths of the physical creation radiant with your splendor, and the truths of human relations shaped by your love, the skills of healing and the exhilaration of pure research, the complex structures of music and mathematics, the parallel shapes of the micro and the macrocosmos, the joys of the arts, all these declare your glory. Secure in you, may all who come here sincerely seek the truth, come whence it may, cost what it will. May they delight in the many facets of truth as in a diamond. May they then turn their achievements of knowledge and skill to the good of our community and society. As they have received, so may they freely give in the wholesome economy of shared talent. We give thanks today for the ministry of all who have gone before us here, all who dreamed and built and gave, laying the foundations so that we might enter into the heritage of the strong present and the bright future. May we too be mindful of those who will follow us and leave for them a goodly inheritance. Grant us such resources as are needful and a new spirit of hope and commitment, so that all who come here for learning may become all that they can become. Bless now our celebration with your presence. We give you thanks, from whom all blessings flow. Amen.
Please be seated. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of Dr. Leonard F. O'Hara as the president of Paducah Community College. This office reflects a tradition of high ideals, personal commitment, and service to the community that began at Paducah Junior College with the Reverend U.R. Bell in 1932, continued through the tenure of Dr. Robert Gordon Matheson, known locally as the Dean, shifted to Dr. Donald J. Clemens with the advent of Paducah Community College in 1968, and now devolves upon Dr. O'Hara. From its beginning, this college sought to serve the higher educational needs of Paducah and the surrounding region. Paducah Community College inherited and has sustained this commitment to excel in the preparation of students for transfer to colleges and universities for the completion of baccalaureate and higher study, in the attainment of career skills requiring up to 2 years preparation, and in other short-term goals. Students from this institution continuing in the arts, sciences, education, business, accounting, medicine, law, and so forth are well received by upper-level institutions throughout the land. With other members of the University of Kentucky Community College system, Paducah welcomes the challenge of our open-door admissions policy. Our students include the group just out of high school, plus others returning to the classroom seeking to expand their being. Meeting the needs of a client group that often ranges from 17 to 70 is both refreshing and challenging. Recently, Paducah Community College assumed a national leadership role in the use of interactive telecommunications as an alternative means of instruction. The college became the center for a cooperative venture involving various colleges, universities, business, and government. Students denied access to higher education through existing programs for various reasons now can receive the highest quality of preparation available in the Commonwealth up to the doctoral level of graduate study via interactive television that allows the compression of time and distance and places students at Paducah in the classroom of the provider school for a direct exchange with the instructor. Under the leadership of Dr. Leonard F. O'Hara, this part of the Commonwealth can look forward with confidence to a continuation of this era of cooperation and achievement. He recognizes and supports the role of this institution as a catalyst that seeks to spark a burst of creativity that will cause others to imitate our successes. Dr. O'Hara came to Paducah in February of this year from Daytona Beach Community College in Florida. His academic background is eclectic and rigorous. His years at a community college in Los Angeles allow him to empathize with our students. Colleagues respect the preparation in biology received at the bachelor level at Wake Forest and at the master's level at the University of North Carolina. O'Hara took his doctorate from the University of California in Los Angeles in higher education. Since graduating, Dr. O'Hara has demonstrated research skills that are recognized nationwide. Despite the heavy time constraints of his present position, Dr. O'Hara continues his research using his limited hours when he is officially off his job as the Chief Executive Officer of the college. And come to think of it, he's been observed ripping out offending weeds in the flower beds near the Carson Hall on occasion as well. The college and community are fortunate to have such a leader with both academic expertise and exuberance. Again, allow me to thank you. Your presence affirms your endorsement of this institution's commitment to the pursuit of excellence in higher education. Success depends on the contributions of the community, the staff, the administration, and the faculty. May historians look back on this date 100 years from now and say, this was the day it began.
We have a number of distinguished guests with us this afternoon. First, I call your attention in the program where delegates from other colleges and universities and from learned societies and organizations are listed. I must note that one learned society was left out of the program, the Instrument Society of America, represented by Greg Englert. Your presence is especially meaningful because you represent not only our community and our individual records of academic achievement and excellence, but you also represent our potential as a community for inculcating the values of achievement and excellence within this community and within this college. Thank you for being here today. Our institution could not function without the competent and dedicated service of its deans. These key administrators are Dr. James V. Hennessy, Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Jerry Hinton, Dean of Student Affairs, and Mr. John Carrico, Dean of Business Affairs. Will you please stand? We're also honored to have with us this afternoon Kentucky State Senator Bob Leeper. Bob, will you please stand? And we also have in the audience Helen Garrett, former state senator and a consistent political friend of Paducah Community College. Helen Garrett. There are many people who have contributed to this celebration both last night and this afternoon, and I will refrain from acknowledging all because the list is too great. However, I would like to present to you the Board of Trustees of Paducah Junior College, who also fulfill the role of the Advisory Board of Paducah Community College. Would our Board of Trustees please stand? Also on the stage this afternoon is our President Emeritus, our most recent one, having retired in December of 1990, Dr. Donald J. Clemens. Dr. Clemens. On this occasion of Dr. O'Hara's inauguration, our thoughts are much with Dr. R.G. Dean Matheson, who a week ago today celebrated his 91st birthday and is seriously ill in Western Baptist Hospital. In our midst are alumni of Paducah Junior College and Paducah Community College. We have two this afternoon that I think are most fitting of recognition from the earliest classes of Paducah Junior College, and they are Mr. Herman Graham and Mr. Bill Filer. Would you please stand? Finally, it's my privilege to introduce to you the members of President O'Hara's family who are with us today. Most of us on campus and in the community are already familiar with Dr. O'Hara's talented and gracious wife, Darlene. Darlene, would you please stand? In addition, Dr. O'Hara's daughter, Kelly, is here today as a delegate from Florida State University. Kelly, would you please stand here on the front row? And soon, Dr. O'Hara's family will be expanded to include a son-in-law. Dr. Douglas Keck, who is presently serving as chief resident of pediatric dentistry at Harvard University, is with us today as a delegate from the University of Connecticut. Doug, would you please stand? Dr. O'Hara's brother Kevin, a graduate of Notre Dame and the University of Pennsylvania, and his daughter Shannon are with us today. Would you please stand? We welcome the O'Hara family to Paducah and Western Kentucky. Since 1934, the Kentucky system of state-supported colleges and universities has been coordinated by the public agency now known as the Council on Higher Education. The Council promotes public support for Kentucky's institutions of higher learning and is charged with governance over the quality and breadth of the programs offered by those institutions. We're fortunate to have two members of the Council on Higher Education with us today. David Denton is a senior member in the law firm of Denton and Coiler, and Carol Hubbard, who is in attendance with her husband, Congressman Hubbard. Mrs. Hubbard, would you please stand? At this time, David Denton will bring salutations to us from the council.
Greetings to Dr. Lynn O'Hara, his wife Darlene, his daughter Kelly. Greetings from the Council of Higher Education and indeed the entire higher education community of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Dr. O'Hara, I will say to you that my colleague, Ms. Carol Hubbard, who is in the audience, and the other members of the Council of Higher Education were extremely pleased to learn that the community college had selected as their next leader an individual who had not only studied, but who had worked in community college systems. I will say to you also that council members and other educators throughout the state were extremely pleased to learn that this community college had selected a leader who is known for generating excellence and creating and rewarding excellence. Dr. O'Hara, Paducah Community College has a very long and distinguished history now, going back to 1932. Its accomplishments are far more than I could enumerate in such a short period of time. But let me remind you of two things that are very modern, very contemporary, and for which this community college sets statewide standards. The Council of Higher Education urges cooperative ventures between institutions of higher education and higher learning. No community college, indeed perhaps no other institution of higher education in this state, has equaled or excelled in that area more so than Paducah Community College. I point, Dr. O'Hara, to the model program, as we call it on the council level, between Murray State University and PCC in the 2+2 program. I point also to the Allied Health Building, which is now being constructed on this campus. The first time any such cooperative venture has ever been entered into between higher education and VOTEC in this state. And also I point to the very recent interactive video link between Murray State University and Paducah Community College. Dr. O'Hara, those are areas where this community college is already in the lead. Those are areas where this community college is ready to do more. And those are areas where the council are sure that you will assert your leadership. And finally, let me remind you that the 1991-96 Strategic Plan for Higher Education in Kentucky says that the basic mission, the basic responsibility for community colleges is to educate freshmen and sophomores. Dr. O'Hara, this community college has a statewide reputation of education. Its teachers are respected throughout the system. Its teaching accomplishments are well known. Dr. O'Hara, you're about to assume the helm of a ship that is staunch and ready. You're about to embark on a voyage that is going to affect not only your life and that of your family, but of all of those in this room and many of those who are yet to come. We wish you well, and we say to you that your friends and colleagues in the higher education community throughout the state stand ready to assist as you move into that venture.
While Paducah Community College was originally founded as a city college in 1932, its area of mission and service has extended far beyond the Paducah city limits for many years. For more than 20 years, the citizens of McCracken County have contributed their tax support to the college. Judge Gary Hovkamp, McCracken County Judge Executive, understands why higher education is a cause which inspires broad-based tax support and makes Paducah Community College a resource of area pride. Judge Hovkamp.
Dr. O'Hara, faculty, board members, mayor, other honored guests, education is the key to our future. You say a commonly heard cliche. Well, without education, our youth cannot compete in the world marketplace for the high-tech jobs, and our community cannot compete with the rest of the world for the high-tech industry that is our future. When our tax dollars support higher education, it is really an investment in our children and in our community. You may ask, what better investment can there be than an investment in the education of our children? We look forward to Dr. O'Hara's leadership in these critical areas. As president of Paducah Community College, Dr. O'Hara is in a unique position to help advance the goals of all McCracken Countyans. One of these goals, and not the least of which, is a well-educated population. I know that Dr. O'Hara is fully aware of the role that higher education plays in the economic well-being of any community. This community is looking to his leadership as we begin to compete on the global market. The theme that Dr. O'Hara has chosen for the inaugural festivities is celebrating excellence. But I believe that we, as a community, will continue to celebrate excellence in every aspect of our lives as we are influenced by his leadership. We are embarking on a journey into the 21st century with a positive attitude and a realistic understanding of where that future lies. My theme for McCracken County is the county of opportunity, and truly, this institution is an integral part of making our county the county of opportunity, a county in communication with the future, a county that is celebrating excellence. I am positive that this college, with its broad-based support by the county and the city of Paducah, and under the leadership of Leonard O'Hara, will help set the standards for our journey into the future.
The citizens of Paducah were the source of Paducah Junior College's existence. For over 30 years, the college has been supported by city tax funds, much like the University of Louisville, until McCracken County as a whole joined the tax support base in the early 1960s. And the college affiliated with the state-supported community college system in 1968. The citizens of Paducah are today represented by Mayor Jerry B. Montgomery. Mayor Montgomery.
Dr. O'Hara, honored guests, and friends, on behalf of the citizens of Paducah, I want to welcome Dr. Leonard O'Hara and his family to Paducah, and Dr. O'Hara especially to Paducah Community College. We're very pleased that Dr. O'Hara is here in our community to lead this important institution. We've already felt his leadership ability and know that PCC will gain from his understanding qualities in guiding this college to new heights of achievement. We, the officially elected office holders of this community, look forward to a cooperative integration of the activities of this college within the community. As we work toward the development of our economic base that Judge Hofkamp was talking about, we know that higher education plays a vital role in being able to achieve the goals that we've set for this community. It is a pleasure for me to be here today to represent the citizens of Paducah on this great day at PCC. Paducah is proud of Paducah Community College, and we pledge our full support to its continued growth, and to you, Dr. O'Hara, as its president. It's now my pleasure to join with Judge Hovkamp as we make a presentation to our new president, Lynn O'Hara. This is a joint proclamation, and I'm going to start the reading, and the judge and I are going to do this together. To all to whom those presents shall come, whereas Dr. Leonard F. O'Hara is inaugurated today as the third president of the Paducah Community College, and
whereas Dr. O'Hara intends to establish PCC as a leader in higher education in Western Kentucky, and
whereas Dr. O'Hara has chosen Celebrating Excellence as the college 1991 theme while instituting courage, benevolence, and wisdom as a standard for the college, and
whereas Dr. O'Hara believes that PCC should be a major asset not only in the sphere of education but also in the overall economic development of the community it serves, and
whereas Dr. O'Hara is committed to maintaining PCC as an important part in the history and the tradition of this area, and now, therefore, we, Jerry B. Montgomery, Mayor of the City of Paducah, and
Gary L. Hovkamp, Judge Executive, McCracken County, Kentucky, do hereby proclaim September 21st, 1991 as Leonard F. O'Hara Paducah Community College Day in Paducah, McCracken County, and urge all of its citizens to celebrate this special day.
The 23-year liaison between the University of Kentucky and Paducah Community College has fostered change and expansion of the institution's mission. We're fortunate in Paducah to have a representative in Lexington for Paducah's interests. Dr. Robert P. Meriwether, a Paducah native and a graduate of the University of Kentucky, now sits on the Board of Trustees of the university. We welcome Dr. Meriwether's insights into the role of the college as it furthers its mission of the University of Kentucky. Dr. Meriwether?
Dr. O'Hara, Chairman Niemer, honored guest, I bring you greetings from President Wetherington, Chairman Ackerman, and the entire board of the University of Kentucky. This truly is a day of excellence and the beginning of an era of excellence for PCC and Paducah Community College in its role with the University of Kentucky. About a year ago, I sat on a search committee looking for a president for the larger institution. It was somewhat controversial. We selected a man who comes from the community college roots. He is committed to making the community college system second to none. This year, the University of Kentucky, through its community colleges and its home campus, will exceed 70,000 students. Dr. O'Hara, I pledge to you, and the University of Kentucky Board pledges to you its complete support, and we are sure that you will lead PCC into the next decade with the greatest of excellence and a bright future.
Paducah Community College does not stand in isolation in its mission to our Commonwealth. We're pleased to have with us today the Chancellor of the University of Kentucky Community College System, Dr. Ben Carr. Dr. Carr, we hope that you will tell us that PCC is indeed the groundbreaker in the community college system, and to let us know your expectations of the community college, not only here but across the state, in the coming years. Dr. Carr.
Good afternoon. I bring you greetings from the community college system, a system of 14 community colleges across the state of Kentucky with an enrollment this fall that will be in excess of 45,000 students. To me, inauguration is synonymous with beginning. Paducah Community College has experienced many renewals, which could be called beginnings, but three, which have been mentioned here this afternoon, are significant. In 1932, the establishment of Paducah Junior College. In 1968, the beginning of Paducah Community College. From that second beginning, Dr. Don Clemens, who's back with us today, led this college through an era of growth, vitality, and sometimes very tight budgets. And I want to thank you, Dr. Clemens, for leading PCC through that period so that we might have the third beginning of which I will speak today. In 1991, we have a new beginning for Paducah Community College under the leadership of Dr. Lynn O'Hara. In the few months that Dr. O'Hara has been in Kentucky, we have seen glimpses of what is to come. I've been impressed with Dr. O'Hara's ability to work with faculty, staff, and students, to work with the community, to work with other educational institutions. I'm impressed of his knowledge of and support for the community college philosophy. We are indeed fortunate to have Dr. O'Hara as president of PCC. The future looks bright, and I pledge my support to you, Dr. O'Hara, to lead this college through the decade of the 90s and into the next century. I expect PCC, as I do of all community colleges in Kentucky, to continue to serve as the educational center for this area, offering excellent transfer and technical programs, viable CE, continuing education, and community service programs, serving as the site for upper division courses and programs from Murray State University, and as a graduate site for the University of Kentucky for professional and doctoral programs, and to continue working closely with Kentucky Tech, the vocational school system, to serve this area of the state. PCC not only is the anchor, the westernmost college in our system, but also a model community college in all of its relationships and programs for both Kentucky and the nation. And I thank you for inviting me to participate in this inauguration today.
The ability of a college to deliver a quality educational product is a direct function of the talents of its faculty. While not a well-publicized feature of the institution, the faculty is the bedrock of higher education. Paducah Community College has an excellent reputation for graduating students whose presence is coveted by the baccalaureate degree granting schools. Dr. David Krieger, Distinguished Professor of History and the first recipient of the Phelps Award for Excellence in Teaching, brings greetings from the faculty. Dr. Krieger.
On behalf of the faculty of Paducah Community College, I bring to you, Dr. O'Hara, warm and heartfelt greetings. You come to a community college of 72 full-time and 64 part-time faculty members. Faculty members whose primary mission is to assist students in achieving the rich lives that only higher education can provide. These faculty members are a diverse group. They teach in career programs, in transfer programs. They provide counseling to our students. They provide library services to students, faculty, and the community. Departmental lines, discipline loyalties, and academic credentials do not divide this faculty. All are concerned that students transcend this place and this time in their lives. All support the career ladder approach to success, be it from the associate degree to baccalaureate and graduate levels, or, and just as important, from the high school and vocational levels to the associate degree level. With us, with our deans, and with you, Dr. O'Hara, much can be accomplished here. Under your leadership, we look forward to a renaissance of the community college philosophy at this institution.
At this point, I would like for the faculty members of Paducah Community College, both full and part-time, to please stand. Let's give them a round of applause this afternoon. And also the delegates from the other colleges here this afternoon and those members of the learned societies, would you please stand so that we can give you a round of applause? Paducah Community College and its forerunner, Paducah Junior, have graduated a number of distinguished alumni. The college's mission is finally fulfilled through our graduates as they enter the world beyond the college. While alumni support for the college has not been fully organized in prior years, there is a strong contingent of alumni who bear strong allegiance to Paducah Community College, Paducah Junior College. The achievements of these alumni are a lasting tribute to the excellence of the educational program we provide. Wanda Moore, a 1961 graduate of PJC, went on to complete her bachelor's degree at the University of Kentucky. Ms. Moore brings greetings from the alumni.
Dr. O'Hara, distinguished guests, alumni, and friends. It is with great honor that I give the welcome from the PCC alumni at this first ever inaugural presidential inauguration. Like many Paducah Junior College alumni, I began my higher education at the downtown campus at 8th and Broadway. The traditions of excellence in providing a quality education were well established prior to my graduation in 1961. Many PJC graduates went on to other institutions to pursue further studies, but our first college experience was here in Paducah, Kentucky. The junior college provided an opportunity to take college classes for many of us emotionally and financially unable to go to college away from home. I continued my education at the University of Kentucky. So having degrees from both universities, I was pleased when UK and PJC affiliated and commenced operations in 1968 as Paducah Community College. The UK PJC alliance has borne great fruit for the citizens of our community. With the touch of a computer button, a student in the Paducah campus library has access to the vast resources of the UK Library in Lexington. UK's commitment to postgraduate studies in Paducah has created a wealth of new opportunities. Thanks to caring community leaders and a rich history, Paducah Community College is poised to expand significantly its leadership role and educational services. Dr. O'Hara, I know that all the alumni of this institution join with me in wishing you the best and brightest that PCC's future may hold. May you capitalize upon the existing strengths of the college even as you break new ground in the pursuit of the college's varied and challenging missions.
The chief mission of Paducah Community College is to serve our students by providing a rich and challenging educational experience that meets their needs. Representing the student body today is Stephen Lever, student representative to the Board of Trustees and the current president of the PCC Student Senate. Mr. Lever.
Dr. O'Hara, distinguished delegates, faculty, guests, and students. The primary purpose of Paducah Community College is to serve the educational needs of its students. Each year, enrollment increases and the demands and the needs become increasingly larger. While many of the students here fit the traditional notion of a college, sophomore or freshman, the typical PCC student is a non-traditional, would be rather 28 than 18, which is my case. Almost 2 out of every 3 students here are women. As a group, we're largely place-bound. That's to say, be it a job commitment or family, we wouldn't have the opportunity to go to a larger university and to get a better education if it weren't for PCC. It's a really a great opportunity for people like me. You know, I know all of my teachers care and they want me to do well. I know that because I see them every day, and being the representative to the Board of Trustees the other day, I was allowed the privilege to witness Dr. O'Hara, and they were talking about things to improve my education and my opportunities. And he said something that really impressed me, because he's talking to these Board of Trustees, and he says, "This is exciting." You know, and I believed him. You know, I could see that he meant that, and that really impressed me. And because of that, it is a privilege for me, on behalf of this diverse student body, to welcome Dr. O'Hara, Miss O'Hara, and their entire family to Paducah Community College.
Well, that certainly captures excellence, doesn't it? We're mighty proud of Stephen Lever. As you've noticed, we have a very distinguished platform guest this afternoon. For almost 16 years, the 23 most western counties of Kentucky have been represented in the United States House of Representatives by the Honorable Carroll Hubbard. Today, he comes to this inauguration with a special message. Congressman Hubbard.
First, thank you very much for inviting my wife, Carolyn, and me to participate in this great event on September 21, 1991. It's an honor for Carolyn and me to be here today to witness the inauguration of the 3rd president of Paducah Community College. We congratulate you, Dr. Leonard F. O'Hara, upon this honor. We look forward to working with you. We welcome you and your lovely wife, Darlene, and your daughter, Kelly. That's my oldest daughter's name, my oldest child's name, Kelly Hubbard. We welcome you to Western Kentucky and to Paducah. Western Kentuckians are very proud of PCC. This man will do an outstanding job. And if you think September 21 is your best day of the year, oh, there could be other big days. If you do a good job, soon you might become a Duke of Paducah. And if your performance reaches beyond I-65 over to our state capital, you could become a Kentucky colonel. And that too would be another good day for the new president of Paducah Community College. But we are proud of you, and from the Congress of the United States, we are happy that you're the new president of this historic and outstanding community college. It's my honor now to introduce to you a young man who is quite well known in Washington. Let me assure you, he was one of the most popular pages ever in the United States House of Representatives. It was my honor to introduce him to many other members of Congress. He served well. He was extremely well liked by the other pages, especially the young ladies who just happened to notice how handsome this young Heath High School senior is. He's an outstanding student. His parents are Paul and Deanna Ross. Paul is part of the administration here at PCC. This young man will speak to you as the future for Paducah Community College. He'll also be presenting a beautiful 5-foot by 8-foot United States flag, which recently flew over our United States Capitol. It's my pleasure to present to you a young man with a very bright future, Brian Ross.
Thank you, Congressman Hubbard. Dr. O'Hara, as a senior at Heath High School, I represent the future students of Paducah Community College. The hopes and dreams of thousands of young adults are being nurtured by you and your faculty. Set our table well so we too can share in this bountiful celebration of excellence in future years. Also, it gives me great pleasure to represent the United States House of Representatives and the members of the 101st and 102nd sessions of the United States Congress. As a member of the 1991 U.S. House Page class, I am thrilled to bring to this great event a very special presentation. Dr. O'Hara, please come forward. If you'll hold this, please. At the request of Honorable Carol Hubbard, Member of Congress, this flag was flown over the United States Capitol on August the 21st of 1991 and is presented to PCC on September the 21st of 1991 to further enhance its celebration of excellence and in recognition of Dr. Leonard F. O'Hara on this day of his inauguration as the third president of this great institution. Thank you. Would you like me to sit this down, please?